Hey guys, welcome to Mouthful of Madness, episode 1. I am one of your hosts, Adri.
And I'm your other host, Madi.
How are you feeling about starting this podcast?
I'm pretty excited. I'm excited for the adventures and stuff we go on, or just things I'm going to experience throughout doing this podcast. How about you?
I'm excited. I'm ready to get it out there, let people hear us yap, and I am ready to hopefully let this go somewhere that we want it to and kind of gain a following of people who like to listen to us.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you want to tell them a little bit about yourself? Like 3 random facts.
I'm a Cancer. I'm a fire spinner. I don't know. I'm 17. How about you?
I'm a Sagittarius. I love to read. Absolutely adore it. And I like to be outside at all times. Well, most of the times.
Valid.
Alright, so today we're going to jump into just some fun things that we thought would be fun to talk about at first. Is there anything you would like to say before we go into it?
Not really that I can think of at the moment. I'll put some thought into it.
What?
How about you?
Well, we have our merch that our grandma has made. And she's our number 1 supporter, and we appreciate her. She's the first person we bounce our ideas off of. And yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We have our regular Mouthful of Madness merch, and then eventually we're going to have mental health awareness merch that all the proceeds that people buy from those are going to go to a mental health awareness fundraiser.
Alright, do you want to start us off?
Well, we're going to be talking about like mythology and things that are of the unknown, or what people know about, or what people don't really know much about. So what is a character or creature that you know out there that people talk about or say is real?
I mean, there's so many of them, but I want to say the first one that I would actually start with, or like even think about when someone's like, "Did you see that?" I'm like, "What, Bigfoot?"
Right, Bigfoot. I feel like Bigfoot is honestly a fairy tale type, just make believe, not real thing.
I mean, I agree. I don't really think it's like a fairy tale only because I don't think I've seen a fairy tale with Bigfoot. I've seen it with the Yeti, but that was just Monsters Inc. But
that's not a fairy tale either.
I mean, for some people, it kind of would be monsters coming out of your closet.
What type of fairy tale are you living?
All right. In 2019, FBI found giant hairs and believed it actually belonged to Bigfoot.
Okay, it could have belonged to a bear. Someone probably just pulled it out of their ass and said they saw a bear and was like, "Oh, it's Bigfoot." Like, let's be for real.
So I'm taking it you do not believe in Bigfoot.
I do not believe in Bigfoot.
No. But it was like 15 hairs attached to a tiny piece of skin.
You are okay. Say I just scalped a piece out of my head, and put it somewhere, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, it's Bigfoot."
Well, one, you're kind of crazy if you ever do that, or to even think about it. That's a little wild.
No, because it could have been like a bear or something, and they're like, "Oh my god, 15 pieces." Oh my god, it's not Bigfoot. Like, you're literally delusional.
Yeah, it's not Bigfoot. It wasn't Bigfoot. It actually came out to be a piece from like a deer-like family.
Exactly. They pulled it out of their ass. They pulled it out of their ass.
I don't know, because in 1967 there was a supposedly footage of Bigfoot in like Northern California.
Hollywood probably just was like, let me pull something up. Let me pull something up. Like, let me make this area a little more interesting. Let's have some more people. Like, all just taking money. I don't believe in Bigfoot. Bigfoot is one of a big fat lie that people just keep on continuing.
I mean, but if the FBI was serious enough to take a piece of skin and hair in and try and test for specifically Bigfoot, wouldn't it be somewhat true if they took it into a lab?
I mean, I don't know. I guess if the FBI is that stupid to believe someone's lie, I guess. I guess.
Well, I mean, I guess there was...
People can have their beliefs.
True. That is very true. I think the closest thing to Bigfoot that I've actually looked into, it's called the G Black Eye. And it was about 10 feet, and it weighed up to 595 pounds. But it was in Southeast Asia and not North America, like Bigfoot has been supposedly seen.
Okay, well, that's not in California. It didn't just come from Southeast Asia all the way to Cali. Like, no, it's exactly like they literally just pulled it out of their ass, because Bigfoot didn't just travel across the world. Yeah, no, that's actually false.
Well, what would make you believe in Bigfoot?
Seeing it, seeing proof of it, seeing that it's actually a thing. Put in some zoos, like breed it. Put in some zoos. Call it like an animal. Like, come on, like this. Like, it's fake. It's honestly make believe.
I feel like if anyone tried to breed and put Bigfoot into a zoo, that would be the end of their life.
No, because you can honestly train anything, tame anything.
Not Bigfoot.
From a baby, yes, you could.
No. For you to even think about getting the adult Bigfoot, the actual huge Bigfoot, and mating it and taking away their kids, that's it. You messed your whole life up. So then
it's
what
fake.
Would be another, like, myth or, like, cryptid that brings it, that would, like, that grabs your attention?
I'm not really sure. The other one, Bigfoot, is literally the Yeti. That's another thing people believe in.
The snowman, yeah. Do you know where it comes from?
Well, if you think about it, the abominable snowman, where is there a lot of snow?
Antarctica? I think he's more so just in snow-covered mountains.
He's obviously, I feel like the Yeti is definitely more realistic and more true than Bigfoot.
How though? Aren't they like basically the same thing, half human, half ape?
I mean, I don't know exactly what it is or anything for real, but I feel like nobody really goes into Antarctica or Africa. Africa, are you kidding me?
I think you mean Alaska.
Alaska. Nobody goes up to Alaska or like Antarctica or anything, like a lot. So I feel like
people live in Alaska.
I know, but I feel like they would just be hiding. And if anything, they would just kill them in their sleep or something.
I think that's a little wild to just assume. The abominable snowman could be really nice. Make ice pops for everyone.
Out of its pee? Like in Monsters, Inc.? You're funny.
That's disgusting.
Well, you're the one who said it.
Well,
you're the one who said it.
I don't know. I guess so. When Looking into the Yeti, it was said that it came from a Himalayan folklore, which is crazy to think about.
Then it's fake.
Why is that fake? Just because like it said it's a folklore or whatever, it doesn't mean that it's fake. It just means that that's where it came, like, originated from.
I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of things a lot of people pull out of their ass and just say, hey, this is real. And they just get interviewed. They become, like, semi-famous and whatnot. They get money and then nobody remembers them again.
Yeah, that is very true. I mean, for the most part, I feel like if we were to believe in the Yeti, we would definitely have to believe in Bigfoot. Just in a way that they're the same, but they're also different.
Yeah, like, just like bears, like black bears and polar bears. Like, they're two different climates, and the color of their fur is there for a reason.
Correct. Like the Yeti, he has white fur to help him blend in to like his surroundings. Yeah, basically.
I wonder if his skin, like with polar bears, their skin's actually like black, and like with the white fur over it, it like helps them with the snow. So like it does, I guess, with the sun beating on the snow and reflecting off the snow onto their skin, it can like hurt them. I wonder if the Yeti is just like that too.
That's actually an interesting thought. I never really thought about that at all.
But if Yetis and supposedly Bigfoot are true, these 10-foot monsters, giants had to be true at one point too.
See, that's what I was thinking. However, I just think giants are supposedly supposed to be about 20 feet or more, versus the Yeti and Sasquatch being anywhere from 6 foot to 10 foot.
I don't know. I think I declare anything a giant over 6 foot, because why in the world are you over 6 foot? Like, you're large, I'm very short, you don't look real to me. Like,
I think that's a little crazy.
You see the world a whole different way than I do.
I mean, they just see higher up.
The world a whole different way than I do.
Yeah, they can feel the wind a little bit better than we can.
At least the car has blocked the wind for us.
But there has actually been no real proof that giants have ever existed, like, at all. The closest thing to a giant that I mentioned earlier was the G black eye, and that was 10 foot.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and it was said that they found molars and like giant fossils from the G black eye that people would think that was from a giant just because how big it was.
Okay.
Do you believe that a giant, like someone saw a giant at some point or swore that they saw a giant? That's where all the movies and stuff came from?
No, I think someone just really wanted to just spice it up a little bit and be like, let's make people abnormally large and things small to see what it's like. Because, like, think about when you're like a kid and you have like playhouses and everything.
Mm-hmm.
You're your own giant in your own scenario.
Oh, I never thought of it like that. I think that's a smart take on it. Interesting take on it, that's for sure.
I think it was just for like kids and stuff. I mean, like, just a little thing to, for movies and people to like.
What would you think a giant would look like besides being super tall and just long limbs and everything?
I feel like it would look like an ogre.
You mean like Shrek?
Yeah.
Green like Shrek?
Not green like Shrek, but like, have the weird looking ears and.
So they wouldn't look human at all, is what?
No, they would have like 2 arms, 2 legs, look like be like human, but like they would be a little different, you know. Have the weird ears and stuff.
Just abnormally large ears. I feel like they'd have like our ears, just huge.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Do you ever think of like a cyclops? Like if you think of a giant, like a one-eyed, huge thing.
I think I don't even know what I would think about that. I honestly would just probably just sit in a corner.
What?
I'd sit in a corner.
All right. All right. So then, if we're talking about giants and back, when do you think giants would have been alive?
BC time?
Okay. So then, do you think dragons were around then too, or no?
Of course, yes, 100%. 100%. If you look at like old paintings and like tomb things or like whatever, like a lot of things show that there were not dinosaurs, dragons back then. Like there were there was just like a bunch of dragons that could fly, they had wings, they could breathe fire. Like I don't think back then in BC time they had the thoughts or like they could acknowledge that things like that. You know, the creativity of that.
Well, yeah, no, that's what I get. I mean, you know that there was apps like we want to believe in dragons so much. I will forever believe in dragons just because I've seen Game of Thrones. I've seen How to Train Your Dragon. I've seen all of those things. I've seen Mulan.
How do you pull that out of your ass and just be like dragons? Like no, like that had to be real at some point.
Well, there are theories that state some of like the flying dinosaurs that were dug up um, were actually mistaken. So they said that they were dinosaurs, but mistaken for that and actually dragons.
I believe that.
No,
I
I
believe that
can 110% believe that.
because I believe in a lot of things, and especially back then with a lot of pictures and paintings that people have done like back in BC time, it just definitely like I don't know. It throws me off because it's like how could people nowadays know what it was like back then? They weren't alive. They don't know how it was. All we can rely on is paintings and books on what they say.
Okay. Yeah. I can see that because I don't think anyone like from back then is really, alive and still kicking to tell us like the truth that they've actually seen them.
Right.
But I mean, I guess like when I looked it up, it said it was started in like European folklore, and like you said, like fiery breath, and but they were treasure hoarders and terrorizing nearby villages. Do you think that that right there being said that that's what they did, and they know for a fact that's what they did? That someone 100% saw a dragon.
I mean, I think dragons could have roamed around back then, especially because if you think about it, kings and queens and stuff, they would put their like daughters in towers, like you know, like in like the fairy tales and stuff, like they put their daughters in towers and they see if the prince or knight or whatever is good enough for their daughter, so they have to slay the dragon. So I feel like that could have been a thing at some point.
I don't know about locking your daughter in the
I
tower.
mean, people are cruel.
Well, yeah, but I don't think there's ever been really any stories of a princess being locked in a
I
tower.
mean, we could figure it out. I mean, I think there definitely was at some point.
I mean, at some point. I mean, I guess it was said that dragons in like the Chinese culture signify like imperial power, good luck, and like I brought up like before, they're supposed to act as protectors, I guess. But it's also, if you think about it, for me, I always, anytime I think of a dragon, I go to three things: Mushu from Mulan, because we love Mushu, 110%. And he acted as a protector, quote unquote, or like a guide
Yeah.
for Mulan while she was going to war, pretending to be a guy so she could protect her father.
Right.
And then it goes to the Game of Thrones with Khaleesi and her three dragons. And then what else was there? Um, How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah, of course.
But do you think that in the future that there could be dragons?
If there's not dragons around now, I don't think there possibly could be in the future. I mean, maybe, maybe there could be a possibility, but my hopes aren't that high.
Understandable. What if they're like eggs locked in like a cave or something?
Maybe in the like ice that's melting.
Ooh, that is very true.
Definitely. But if they mistaken them like dinosaur bones and stuff for like, I mean, dragon bones for dinosaurs, what do you think about the dinosaurs?
Well, there's so much proof, obviously, that dinosaurs exist.
I think they still exist today.
See, I don't know if they would exist today, but I know that they were like lived on Earth for I think 165 million years.
We all know that dinosaurs did exist and were on this planet today because of all the museums and everything.
Yeah.
But I definitely think they could definitely be still around today, especially in the ice. Again, like I said, with like the dragon eggs, I definitely think if the ice melts or whatever, I feel like they possibly could still be around.
Yeah, I mean, I believe that, but do you think that dinosaur, like men or women were around when dinosaurs like were here?
They had to be.
Mm,
I think they had to be, or the world wouldn't be the way it is today.
but if you also think about it, the asteroid that took them out, um, that when the asteroid took them out or like made them go extinct, they still could have survived, right? However, the lethal acid rain, the um, sun was blocked for several years. No human could like withstand that enough to stay alive, I feel like. What do you think?
Then how is the world the way it is today? I feel like if an asteroid or something took out all the dinosaurs and everything, it would have took out everything. Like everything in the water. I feel like there's still stuff around today. An asteroid didn't take them out, and there's still something roaming around today, and they're just digging up bones and they're finding them, and they're just saying they're extinct just to tell us so we don't worry.
I mean, I
They
understand.
could just have a bunch of them just hidden somewhere on an island or something that we just don't know.
I mean, I understand what you're saying, but I also want to put out there that in the research that I was looking up, it said that humans didn't come on Earth until 65 million years after dinosaurs were already extinct.
This world confuses me.
Everything about this world is confusing.
I don't understand how that would even work, honestly.
How come?
Because it just does not make sense to me. Like, how is the world the way it is today if a bunch of shit went extinct?
I mean, I don't know, but let me also tell you this, that when dinosaurs first came here, they were not successful, right? I guess in the era before them, I remember that there being three different like eras or something, and the first one, crocodiles ruled this planet, and then but
I believe that.
they went extinct. quote unquote, but they're still here today.
Right.
So I don't know how that works.
See, exactly why I think there is dinosaurs here. There's definitely something here for they're like definitely dinosaurs definitely here.
I don't know if I believe that they're still here, but they were definitely here. Obviously, with all the museums, the artifacts, the paleontologists digging everything up, um, and yeah. Did you know that birds are supposedly species of dragons?
I mean, I can believe that. I just wish they had scales.
Girl, what?
I wish they had scales.
Why? That wouldn't be
It'd be
creepy.
dragons.
Oh,
Mini dragons for real.
Or a dinosaur.
Right?
But it was said, I think.
I wonder if dinosaurs had scales or they had feathers.
I think they had both. I think I've read something that says that there was actually a couple types of dinosaurs or like species or whatever that actually had feathery like skin.
Okay.
But I don't know if it's actual feathers, but feathery like skin. But do you know how many species there of of dinosaurs there were supposedly?
I have no idea, actually.
I think it was like 1,545, and there was 50 unknown species of dinosaurs left as of 2022, I think.
That's actually kind of crazy.
Yeah, so you just never know what. You just never know what this universe.
That's why I just don't trust things for real. I just can't. I just can't.
This world is
Especially on how big outer space is. Outer space is huge.
That is very true.
Huge. Outer space is just too huge for me.
Yeah, no, they say that outer space is like space is like completely dead silent.
I bet. And I bet there's different worlds for real out there.
Like different planets?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like the ones we found are just like the tip of the iceberg.
Like we just don't have, like, I feel like we just don't have the satellites to connect them or stuff, but I feel like there's definitely other planets with other creatures and stuff living on them.
Oh, 100%.
Maybe there is a planet with just dinosaurs still on it today.
How did they get there?
How did they get here?
I don't know.
Exactly.
How did they get
Exactly.
Are they on a rocket ship to space or something?
No, but how would they get here? Like it's unexplained. There's no answers to give us to that for real.
That is very true, but if you say that there's like other things on other planets, do you believe in aliens?
It's a 50-50. It's definitely 50-50 for me.
How come?
I've seen some stuff. I've done some rabbit hole digging and stuff, and I believe it 50-50. It's not a definite yeah or a definite no. Like I've seen them, like supposedly NASA or something sent like a satellite thing out to space, and they got something back in like cornfields and stuff, like answers to what they sent out, and it's just, I don't know, it's just not my thing. What do you think?
Oh, I 110% believe in aliens. Because there's no way we are the only people in this universe. If we have that thought, then I feel like we're not thinking too advanced, like to
And
not
why I
believe
think
in
there's
them.
dinosaurs on another planet.
I'm sorry?
And I said that's exactly why I think dinosaurs are on another planet.
I just don't know about them being in another planet.
They could be.
I mean, they're trying to say that life on Mars is habitable. However, it was only found that there's liquid water on Mars. However, it's not habitable for like us, but for microorganisms. But they're still trying to send people to Mars to see if see if it's habitable.
I hope their family gets hella money.
Yeah, no, they're probably gonna sign a contract with the submarine people.
Like, their family better get a lot of money for that because they're definitely gonna die no matter what. They're gonna know things that people shouldn't know, or they're gonna die because it's not unlovable.
Oh, 100%. If they go, they're not coming back, even if they stay alive.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Did you know that there are an uncountable amount, or like, and what's the word for it? Like, no one is sure of how many stars are actually in outer space.
Oh, I believe that. More stars create every day.
They are. What is it said that when one dies out, that's a meteoroid or an asteroid or something? Or
something like that.
Is that like in a movie?
I'm not sure. I think they put too much stuff out in the world that it just mixes up our brain so we don't actually know the truth.
I understand that. I mean, we're full of knowledge. Like you and I, also in our family, we like to know a little about a lot.
Yes.
And I feel like that's how it is for everyone. So, I don't know. I definitely believe in UFOs, though.
100%. What are aliens going to drive?
They could just float.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no. But what do you think kind of language do they speak?
So like part of me wants to believe that they can speak English. However, most of me wants to believe that they do not speak our language and have their own type of language that only they can understand, speak, write in, read in, and everything.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. Like, do you think they have religion?
I mean, I guess that I wouldn't call it religion, but I would probably like call it their way of living. Okay. Because think of how every person grows up in their own different type of way with their own type of religions. If they're Catholic, Christian, atheist, or any type of different religion they want, they grow up their certain type of way. So I believe that they I wouldn't call it religion, but they have their way of living.
Do you think that they would have, like, if they did have religion or just their way of living, do you think that they'd have like Catholic religion, Christian, atheist, anything like that, or would it be their own type?
I think it would be one thing, and I feel like if they don't live by that, I feel like they would get like hurt, you know? I feel like they would really stand on their own religion. They're standing on business for real.
I'm gonna do the sign language for that. Do you think that they get married? They are real.
I don't think they marry.
Really?
I think they probably are like incest for real.
What?
Is
this Alabama?
No, I think they incest for real. I think they made off each other just so they can populate more.
But why would they incest or like do
It's
that?
not like they're gonna get fucked up teeth from it. They're all the same. Who says they have teeth?
Who says that they don't all have the same or different DNA to make it to where it would mess someone up if they did do
If they all had the same DNA, how would they like create more? Like they wouldn't. I feel like they probably are like ancestral and they just made off each other.
See, I don't think that they'd be incest at all. I think there's different families or different types of aliens. They may and get married and fall in love, have kids, and then
they don't have feelings like we do.
How do you know?
I don't know. I have a gut feeling that they don't.
Do you think dragons had feelings?
110%.
So then why don't aliens?
Aliens aren't from this world.
But doesn't mean they don't have feelings.
Oh my god. You and your feelings. You and your feelings.
I like to feel things.
I have a
lot of feelings. I like to cry.
Yes. We know.
Do you think... Okay, let's say that they don't get married. do you think, and besides your little incest rant you just went on with them, do you think that they would be monogamous or polyamorous?
What does that mean?
Like, you and me, we like to be in a relationship with one person.
Okay.
And then other people like to be in relationships with
I
multiple
think
people.
it would probably be like a bunch of people. I feel like they would be together with everybody.
Just a group orgy?
Yeah. I think so. I feel like maybe there's like a top dog type person and
Like the queen bee?
Yeah.
Did you know, random fact, that all bees are technically related?
Yeah.
Have you seen the Bee Movie? That's how I learned that.
Oh my god.
I don't know if that's real or not.
I believe there's certain kinds of bees, like the certain ones that are the same. I feel like those, yeah. But that's not what we're talking about.
No, it's crazy how we went from what, aliens to bees?
But I think they definitely incest and create all together, and it's just a big old orgy.
See, I think that's crazy. Sorry, Grandma, you're gonna be so upset. But so you say that outer space is like huge and unknown. What about the ocean?
Too big.
Too big.
Too big. I'm so scared of the ocean. I can't. I could go to the ocean in the sand, put my toes in it, but that's about it. I probably won't even put my toes in there because I've seen too many scary shit around there that is just by the surface. I couldn't. I feel like I'm just too terrified, but I would love to go to the ocean, but I'm too fucking scared of it.
That's completely understandable. I mean, it is said, previously it was said that more than 80% of the ocean has yet to be explored. But as of like 2022, I think it said 95% of the ocean has not been explored and only 5% has been explored.
And that's why I don't go in the ocean.
I mean, I'll go in the ocean, but...
No, thank you.
I won't go too far.
No, thank you. That's a no for me.
Well, I mean, it is said that if you go 500 meters, like a human goes 500 meters, they won't come back up.
Well, duh,
They
they're
get
gonna...
crushed.
Yeah, exactly, they're gonna... Straight up.
This is a sound effect.
They're literally gonna be mush. But that's why I feel like abnormally large things are down there, because if they're big enough, I feel like they couldn't get crushed.
That's completely... I understand that 100%.
Because that's their territory. That's where they live.
Well, yeah. I understand that. Also, I don't know why anyone would want to go deeper than 600 feet, because that's where the light ends.
I couldn't. I'm scared of the dark.
Scared of the dark. I mean, I don't know. What do you believe would be in the ocean, since there has so much left? There's so much left that needs to be explored.
I mean, they can do it. I won't.
Well, I didn't say you had to. I'm asking, what do you think would be down there?
The Kraken,
The Loch Ness Monster.
Literally, the Loch Ness Monster, I believe is fake.
Okay, you know, when we look up pictures of the Loch Ness Monster, it looks like a giant dinosaur that's just underwater. But don't say, oh, see, I told you. No, it's just saying what it looks like.
It could be a dinosaur, it could be a whale penis, it could be a lot of things.
Oh, I think that's insane. A whale penis is insane.
No, I saw this TikTok and it made me die laughing, and I was like, damn, I might just be like, actually so stupid. But it was literally...
Well, I wasn't gonna say it. No, I'm kidding.
No, it was literally, he was saying on how when a whale gets an erection, it goes out of the water, over the water, into this, like, out on the surface.
I don't know about that.
So, and it looks weird.
Does his private area have a face and a mouth?
No, it just looks weird. It looks scary.
See,
But
I don't know about that.
it literally made me think. I was like, maybe it honestly could just be a whale penis.
No, I don't. I think that's not a thing. I don't know. It's crazy how you were saying how you believe dinosaurs are still around and could be in water or ice in caves. And the second I say something looks like a dinosaur, whale penis. Instantly.
No, because I saw it. I was like, wait. And then it said something about how one of the founding fathers or something. They were like, one of the founding fathers was like describing it. And.
A founding father? What the hell? That's insane.
It was describing it in. Oh, it was like for the whale's point of view. Yeah, you describing me, top game.
I jaw dropped on the floor in my lap. That is insane. I've never heard or seen that before in my life.
I'm gonna have to show it to you later.
Gosh, I can't even imagine. Just take me out.
I can't wait till we have visuals so I can show you guys everything that I talk about for real. Because oh my gosh, you guys would literally probably be cracking on the floor with me. Because I'm gonna be cracking up on the floor, dying.
As soon as we get video up, we're editing or adding so much shit into it.
It's
the second we can.
It's gonna be great. It's going to be great.
So then, tell me about the Kraken.
That big tentacle monster.
Yeah, I mean, I've
their
heard
tentacles. Their tentacles go over. Ooh, what was that? Their tentacles go over a mile long each. For one.
Okay.
They each weigh over like 100,000 tons. That's heavy. And if you think about that, if that's going into deep bodies of water below 600 feet and all that, and where you can get crushed, I don't think you could get crushed because of how big it is
and how much it weighs.
Yes,
I think that's crazy to think about how much. Like, think of like a person weighing that much.
But if you think about that, think about if that leaves the water and goes on the surface. Think of how much water would leave the ocean.
You think it's like a swimming pool? Or like when we get out, it goes down, or like a tub. Like you get in, fills up, get out, goes down.
Yeah, like think of that.
I don't know.
I think it would go down. Like it would go down a bit because of how big that is.
I can see it. I definitely just pictured it in my head.
It just would go down like a little bit. It wouldn't go down like a lot.
Is a kraken supposed to be like a giant squid or a giant like octopus? Or is it a mixture?
I don't know, but it's scary and it's big.
Didn't they have like a kraken in The Descendants or something? Or was that just not for real?
That was Ursula's daughter.
Oh. Is that how big a kraken is supposedly, though?
I don't think so.
You sure? Because she took up almost the whole ocean. Or like the whole one part that was...
Oh my god. My god.
So then are you saying you believe in the kraken?
I believe anything that's in the ocean.
That is true. So much has yet to be explored. I will keep saying that till the day I die.
There's just so much. It's just the ocean is too big for anything that somebody says. Like if somebody says something's in the ocean, I'm 110% gonna believe it. If someone said mermaids and sirens are in there, yes, I'm believing it because it's so big. 100%. Sirens are definitely real.
I believe in both.
Sirens are real.
I mean,
I really don't believe in mermaids. I think that was just like a folklore or whatever. I think mermaids are sirens because I think mermaids are just a different term that people said to like the children or whatever just to put them at ease so they wouldn't be as scared because you know what they were for. They lure people and feast off them or whatever they did with them, and I feel like people and everybody just gave them a different name and everything just to give them a little ease.
I mean, I understand that 100%. I also am someone who likes to look at like what was said. So like you said, the sirens, they were said to be beautiful, have beautiful voices, and lure sailors into them so they can eat them. However, mermaids were supposedly wives two powerful like sea witches or whatever the hell it was, um, and used as messengers between land and ocean. So if that's what they use to tell children to not worry about sirens, then that is very misleading.
Yeah.
Because would that make... Sorry, go ahead.
No, you can go ahead.
Wouldn't that make children want to go into the ocean? Sirens can just take those kids and leave.
Well, I don't think people back then really gave a fuck.
I mean, yeah, that is very true. I mean, did you see the proof of, or like the supposed proof on TikTok of this video, a sailor or a guy or whatever on a boat, and you can like hear the sirens?
Yeah, they were like thinking that it was either like a whale or something, or like a woman screaming for help or something.
Yeah, and the next video or something, it had like CIA on the same boat that he was in, that and in the same place that they heard like the
I didn't see
sirens
that.
supposedly song. I'll show it to you after this. But yeah, and it also showed like a video of something going along the boat. I just saw it before we started this too. Going along the boat at the same speed that the boat was going.
Yeah, sirens can actually swim really freaking fast. They don't actually move their tail up and down. They actually just like go like in a straight line for real. They just go really fast. They have a really 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 long tail, different from what mermaids or whatever. It's not the size of legs for real. It's
Okay.
it probably gives them an extra
Mm.
4 feet for real of tail for real. No, it's actually really long, and they have an extra set of fins, and their scales are kind of like piranha scales, and they have like piranha teeth too. I believe they're part of the piranha family.
So then, do you think that okay, so if we're talking about mermaids, do you think they're more part of piranha fishes than they are human?
Yes.
Because aren't they supposed to be like half human, half fish, or something like
I
that?
think they're more fish, but they have a lot of
Human qualities.
mentality of
Ooh.
humans.
Okay. I mean, there was said that there is no proof that sirens and mermaids do not exist, but there's also no proof that they do. So
Well,
I guess that's what.
they're so fucking fast. I don't think anything could really catch one unless they did some good work and tranquilized it and put it to sleep for real.
Something, catch it in a net or something like they do.
I think they'd get out of it. They could just bite that
Or
right
they
there.
have like sharp claws or something.
Yeah, like I feel like they can just. You would have to really work your whole life away just to catch one for real.
Oh, yeah, I believe that. I can see it. Do you think that... Okay, so not like vampires or anything, but do you think they would have a way to turn you, or just like, would they just eat you?
I'm not really sure about that one. I think you just have to honestly probably just be born a siren for real. I don't think you can just be turned into one. I think they would just feast off you.
Would you want to be a siren or a mermaid or anything like that?
I would love to be a siren. I would love to just live in the ocean and not like be afraid of anything for real because they rule what they own.
True, but what if they're actually afraid of like actual people?
Peeper?
People.
Peepers?
What if they're actually afraid of human people, and that's why they stay out of sight?
Honestly, it's actually proven that a lot of things are actually more terrified than us than we are them. So I could believe that. Yawn.
Yeah, I could. What'd you say?
I said yawn.
No, for real. I 100% get what you're saying. I don't know. I feel like there's so much more that needs to be explored. Like, we've seen Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
What movie has like actual sirens in it though? Like sirens and not mermaids.
There's actually some TV shows.
The one called Siren.
Yeah. I've watched that one actually. It's actually 10 out of 10. I actually recommend that one. It's actually pretty good.
Oh wait, you did see it?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said you didn't see
No,
it.
I watched it.
How many episodes? Or I mean, like how many seasons? What's it on? Is it on Hulu?
I'm not sure. I used to watch it with Mom.
Okay.
It was actually a really good show. Like the siren had a baby and stuff, and when they
How
went,
do you have sirens have babies?
I don't know. And when the sirens went on land, they got legs.
That sounds like H2O, like the mermaid
I
show.
know. I was like, wait a minute, like this is a knockoff.
This is just the opposite of mermaids.
But no, when they went on land, they could have legs, and when they went in water, they got their tail and everything.
Yeah, that's like the aquamarine.
It was really different. It was
really
it was really different, and I actually really liked it.
Did it actually show like people like sirens like luring people?
Yes.
To them. It did?
Yes.
It got that.
It does this. They have their a sound like song type thing, like the lure and stuff.
Was it like a certain song that every siren sang, or did they have like their own song?
I can't remember.
I'm so interested. I'm so invested.
We'll just watch it.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely have to. But you're too busy watching Life of a Teenage American Teenager or something like that.
Secret Life of American Teenager. I had to rewatch it. I had to. It came to me and I was like, yes.
It came to me, to my mind. I was like, yeah, need to do it.
Need to rewatch it.
All right. How are you feeling? Is there anything else you want to say about these topics before we go into telling them more about what we want to come of this podcast?
No, not really. I think we covered what we needed to cover pretty well. We could have covered it a little bit more. But I think in the future when we have visuals and stuff, people will really understand what everything we're talking about.
And like our body language, because you'll actually be able to see us.
Yeah, and know what we're talking about. I think it's gonna go well.
I think so too. I think that this first episode is just the beginning. It's everything that we can be better on, be better about. Any tips and everything is always lovely. Will always accept that wholeheartedly with an open heart. So since this is about ending the first episode, why don't you tell them, the audience that are still listening, hopefully they still are, what you look forward to about accomplishing this podcast.
I'm excited. Ooh, I'm excited to experience a lot of things. I'm excited for future episodes. I'm excited to go on adventures. I'm excited for the carpool videos because those are going to be one of my favorites are the carpool videos and going and adventuring at abandoned places and speaking with spirits and just a bunch of fun stuff. I'm really excited.
So ready for speaking with spirits. Woo!
It's gonna be fun. I'm really excited.
Oh, I agree. I'm honestly so excited for the places that we will go.
Even the places we'll see.
Places we'll go, people we'll meet, places to see.
I'm really excited.
I am so excited. What would you say is your dream collab? You have a top, you can either pick one or your top 2 or 3.
Actually, you go first so I can think about that for a second.
Oh, so you're going to copy off me is what you're saying?
No, I'm going to think about it for a second.
So the number one thing, or people that I would absolutely love to collab with, I will say my top 3. The triplets. We all know which triplets I'm talking about. Love them, follow them forever. We'll listen to them. Tariyami. Love her to death. And then Lorraine. I absolutely would fangirl the fuck out if I met Lorraine. How about you?
I don't know. I guess I love David Dobrik.
David
which
Dobrik's
is crazy. I know that's crazy, but I love David Dobrik. I love all of them. Love.
I hate to say it, but he ain't coming on here.
I know, but he's. I love him.
She just wants a car.
No, that's crazy. I just want to be him so bad. I don't know. I like the Stradolios triplets. They're cool. And I don't know. Probably some paranormal people. The people that
Ooh, Sam and Kobe.
or like the paranormal twins, or like I don't even care.
Oh, are those the twins you showed me that one video?
Mhm.
I think
they're cool. I like
TFIL. Our overnight channel.
Yeah, I don't know. I would love to meet anybody I'm excited to meet anybody that we experience through this way.
Yeah. I mean, I know we're starting off with nothing and no one. However, I think as long as we keep the podcast like rolling and continuous and we actually put our all into it and we get better and better equipment, then I think it'll kind of flourish.
Yeah, me too.
I was gonna ask you a question, but I can't remember that question. Do you have any questions for me? Before we end this podcast.
What are you excited for in the future?
I just want to meet people. And I've never been to LA, so I would love to go to LA.
Me too. I would love to go to LA too.
See, I don't know about
That's an experience. That's an experience I would love to witness and go through.
Oh, honestly, like if we ever, like, I know this podcast is like starting off so small and slow, but if we were able to go onto another podcast and like meet like Zach Sang or like other people through podcasts, like the Dropout podcast or like stuff like that, I think that would be really good for both of us, especially if we would have to go to LA for it.
Yeah, I think that would be really fun and really cool.
Yeah. So besides our podcast, we do have our TikTok channel, our Mouthful of Madness TikTok out. Instagram, we will be putting this on Spotify, just the audio because we don't have video just yet. Our YouTube. What else is there?
Did you say our Instagram?
Yeah.
Our Facebook?
Yep. Oh, I didn't say Facebook.
And we have our Facebook too. And we're gonna put everything in below.
Yes.
Below.
We'll put it in our YouTube. This is gonna go on try and be put on Spotify and our YouTube. Just audio. We'll put our logo in the background so you know it's us. But below on if you click on the arrow, the down button, or whatever it's called.
Whatever it is down there, whatever.
We'll have our personal links, our personal pages, our podcast pages, and yeah, so I think if you are listening this far, or at least listen to half of it, you should
put your notifications on so you can get reminded every time we post.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah.
And anything you want to say to our hopeful subscribers?
Give us any advice or any ideas you guys have or anything you guys want to see or hear about. Just comment or give us a text or a DM through our accounts or anything, and we'll be in contact with you.
Yeah, honestly, we are also based in Illinois at the moment. So if you have any like haunted or abandoned buildings that you would want us to check out, comment those
as
DM
well.
them.
Yes.
Let us know. We have some equipment that we would absolutely love to
go use.
Exactly. So some of our content will be up later this week or before we go our separate ways for homes. And then, yeah, we just hope that you guys listened and actually enjoyed listening to us yap.
And this was Mouthful of Madness.
I'm one of your hosts, Adri.
And Madi.
Thanks for listening to episode 1.
Signing out.
See ya.